Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony C. As we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. We'll give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive Thru, Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, with us is El Ninos. Jay Briggs is with us. Javon Burtz. Got Brian Bittler. We got Brad with us, Pat Francis. And making his debut here on the drive-thru. He says he's nervous, but he sounds really steady. It's David Racy. And here's how they'll line up for this evening. We've got Bittler, Briggs, Francis, Burtz, Racy, and then Ninos, and then I will close this one out. All right. Well, we got the Super Bowl out of the way now, so let's just focus on hoops and hockey, right? that's where we're at right now. NBA on the board with 11. Of course, we got college hoops and NHL as well. So let's get this one started underway. Getting us underway here on a new week, as always, is Brian Billy. If I'm over at Pick Dogs Premium, we'll bring him in right now. Brian, what's happening?
I'll tell you what, I'm ready to start a new week. You know, Saturday, man, I got run over by a bus, but 2-1 yesterday. I'm going to try to just keep the momentum of positive days going on, and let's start it off on a Monday with a nice positive day. And there's, this card's small, but I think there's some quality games in amongst the crappy ones.
All right, let's do it indeed. Tonight we're going, hey, this is a familiar tune here. Thunder here at home here to face the Pelicans here. OKC 2.5, total 235.5.
I am going streaking, but it seems like I'm streaking by taking the Oklahoma City Thunder again. They've cashed for us on Friday, and they are the best cover team in the NBA, 34-20-1 against the spread. This Pelicans team is injury-riddled. They're losers of 7 of their last 10 games and just can't seem to get healthy. We do see a good portion of the bettors here tonight on the Thunder, and that is for a good reason. They're 12-4-1 ATS over the last 16 games, and this Pelicans team come in 2-5, last 7 on 2 days rest. This is also a revenge spot as they fell 128-125 back in December. Thunder 9-1 last 10 games versus a team with a winning percentage on the road of less than 400, and that's what we have here tonight. I'm going to take the Oklahoma City Thunder, and this time I'm going to lay the points. I think we get 5-6 point win from Oklahoma City tonight.
All right, Brian says go Oklahoma City minus 2.5 here against the Pelicans. All right, yeah, we're looking at the injuries here in this game. Notables here. We know the bad news here about Williamson. It may be after we may see him a few weeks after the All-Star break. That hamstring is not healing properly. McCollum is the one in question. He's the questionable status right now here for the Pelicans. The Pelicans can't get back on track here. But even with Ingram back in the lineup, it's been a real big struggle. Of course, they're in danger of falling to 500 here with the loss. And of course, when you get to that point, then you got to worry about the teams trying to get into the playoff spot. That 10 seed is going to be very competitive there from 13 to 10. Remember the Lakers 13 seed. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. But Pelicans, they've had struggles on the road, losing 6 of 7. And they're not hitting their threes, Brian, just about under 32%.
Yeah, the lack of a 3-point percentage, plus the fact that Oklahoma City doesn't play bad defense. I know New Orleans here comes in also with a defensive rating 7th in the NBA, so also might want to take a look at the under in this contest. But definitely an important game, and these are the type of games that Thunder excel at, games that they should win. Most of the times they take care of business here, and I always like to take a look at the Thunder when they're laying points, which doesn't happen a whole hell of a lot, but at home, Thunder definitely a good solid bet here. I think they win by a possession at least.
Yeah, we got Brian here. Thunder lay the 2.5 against the Pelicans. This would have a start time here, 8 Eastern time. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, NBA on the board tonight. We're going to let you take that victory lap in the NFL. Pretty great season. 927 units of profit to close the NFL season. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs. Of course, tonight we've got the 11-game card here from the NBA. Some college basketball, 3 good marquee matchups, and a lot of small conference in action as well. Hockey, what do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, I was happy to close out the NFL season with a win with the total yesterday. I like the Eagles, but I just couldn't sell myself as a premium pick. As far as tonight goes, I got a titanium play going off tonight. I have dropped a couple in a row, but still 23-10, 70% over my last 33 $15 titaniums you can get over at pickdogs.com. Overall, 110 and 73, 60% win percentage on that $15 best bet. That's over 183 of the $15 best bet titanium plays. So make sure you guys check it out, or get my square dancing 3-pack. I know it's Monday, but there's plenty. I can't help myself. I got to go out dancing tonight. I'm going to be dancing. Square dancing 3-pack. Make sure you check it out at pickdogs.com. 3 solid basketball picks tonight.
That's right. Get on board with Brian Beller over at Pick Dogs. Give him the victory lap here for the NFL. Great way to close the season. 927 units of profit to close the NFL. Also, he's in action tonight with that $15 premium, and that comes here from College Hoops' his Monday Titanium Wager. So get on board with it. Showing great results here on that $15 premium. Of course, that is credit guaranteed. Must earn a profit. The amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Also in action here with a money shot from College Hoops. A 3-pack going square dancing, as he said. A 3-pack over there as well. NBA Pound Zone. Brian is in action here from the NBA with a single play. But again, instead of buying the plays individually, here we are on Monday. Good time to get that 7-day all sports pass here from Brian Biller. Get all of Brian's premium plays for 7 days. That would include all his NBA, college hoops, as well as NHL for 7 days. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that. 2-for-1 capper promotional offer right now, which is running, and that will save you. That's even greater value there. All right, Brian, as always, great having the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you end of the week, and hope the city of Philadelphia feeling a little rough here after last night.
Yeah, definitely feeling a little rough here. Like, I try not to be a fan of any one team, but I got caught with my pants down yesterday rooting for the Eagles. And, my personal position is that, the refs kind of helped them along a little bit. But, hey, it's always next year, and let's keep it going. We got college basketball coming up, conference tournament time, the best time of the year is right now. I love college basketball, so we got plenty of action right ahead. And I'll catch you at the end of the week, Tone.
Yeah, that's right. We got some of the smaller conferences concluding in a couple of weeks here, so we're getting close here, very closer now. As they extend the NFL season, that means we're closer and closer to the postseason from college hoops when we get to the Super Bowl. All right, Brian, have a great week. Rest of the week we'll catch up on Friday.
Catch you later, Tone. Have a good one.
You got it, Brian Bill here on the drive through. Let's continue on with our coverage. Next up is our man Jay Briggs. Catch him over at Pick Dogs. Check out his jam session every day. An NBA pick from every game on the board. He does a rundown on the Pick Dogs channel. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on tonight, Tony?
It's going good. All right, here we go. This is this team that everybody likes to slap around, spit out, chew out, poop on. It's the Hornets. They're at home here against the Hawks. The Hawks, a 5.5-point favorite, total 240.5.
And you just took the words right out of my mouth. I think that's exactly what's in order tonight with the Hawks. I think the Hawks go in there, beat them up, spit them out, chew them up, and come out of here with a point spread win. I'm taking the Hawks.
I'm glad you stopped there.
In this one. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm going to lay the points here with the Hawks in this one. There's another team that I really love fading on their home floor, and that's the Miami Heat. I always harp on them. They're the worst home cover team in the NBA. But the Charlotte Hornets, they're only one game slightly better than the Charlotte Hornets at 8-17 against the spread on their home floor. Charlotte is terrible at home. Atlanta, I think they go in here and beat them up, man. We've seen the Hornets get beat, by double digits in their last 3 games. Well, yeah, double digits in their last 3 games. The Hawks have started to play better basketball. We've seen them just beat up on another weak team like the San Antonio Spurs. We've seen these 2 teams play 3 times already this season. The Hornets do lead the season series 2-1. But the last time that they played in Charlotte, Atlanta hammered them 125-106, Tony, and I think this one's probably going to go the same way. The Hawks, they're the more desperate team, the team that has playoff aspirations, sitting at 1 game above 500. They desperately need to start stacking some wins. I think they stack one here against one of the weaker teams in the Eastern Conference.
All right, we got Jay here on the Hawks. Say the 5.5 here against the Hornets in this one. For Atlanta, they'll be without Collins. This was someone that was rumored to be on in trades, but they didn't move him out. But you got Young, Murray, Griffin, Hunter, Capella in there. Of course, Charlotte. This is the team that made a coaching change. Guess what happens? You make the playoffs or you make the play-in round, and then you get rid of your coach. And look what happens. You bring in a defensive style coach, and this is not the 90s. You don't bring in defense. You bring a guy with better offense.
Yeah, I was surprised. There was a few teams that didn't have a fire sale. I thought the Hawks might have gotten rid of Collins, but they kept him. So kind of like the Chicago Bulls. I guess some teams and the Toronto Raptors, I guess they said they're going to try to run it. one more time. I don't know if it's going to pan out for some of these teams. The Hawks, we'll see. This should be one that they Collins his services shouldn't be needed though.
No, doesn't appear that way here in this matchup. All right, we got Jay here on the Hawks. Lay the 5.5 here against the Hornets. This one will have a start time here, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's go over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Of course, we've got NBA 11-game card here from the NBA. I must put you to work. Put you to work last night pretty hard. Good results over the last 7 days. Some college hoops and action on the ice as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yes, sir, Tony. Like you said earlier, NFL season's finally behind us, man. That was my first full season with Pick Dogs, man. I finished it on top, positive unit, so I was excited about that. And nobody was more excited than me to see the Eagles lose yesterday. So that was fun. But for sale today for me, I got all hoops, man. I got 6 in the NBA for sale today, and I got 1 in college basketball as well, my college hoops best bet. You can hop on my $15 NBA Jam Session play, which is my best bet in the NBA every night, man. I absolutely love tonight, man. I think it's a no-sweat best bet, man. So you can scoop that up, $15. I got a 3-pack and a mega pack, a 5-pack that includes that Jam Session play. I have a NBA Plus Money Dog for sale as well. So go over the Pick Dogs Premium, check out my page, man. I got a lot of stuff for sale tonight. It's a really great card in the NBA, man. I'm ready to smash it tonight and ready to keep stacking units.
That's right. Smash up stack units here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. Good results the last 7 days. That Jam Session's up there, $15 premium play at credit guarantee. Must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Also, Plus Money Dog up there as well here from Jay. NBA Making Money 3-pack here and a mega pack, a 5-pack up there from the NBA on this 11-game card. And of course, he's in also as well with a best bet from College Hoops. But instead of buying all these plays individually, you may opt for that 7-day all sports pass here on a Monday. Get all of Jay's premium plays here for 7 days, including all his NBA, College Hoops, as well as NHL for 7 days. Use the promo code PICK at checkout to save your 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. Keep up the great work. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow, but we can catch up your Jay's Jam Session, your video series here from the NBA here on the channel.
Yes, sir. Check out the Jam Session. It drops every morning around like 9 a.m. As I go through every game on the card. As soon as y'all finish the drive-through, y'all can check it out for the later games tonight. So, let's make some money tonight, and let's continue stacking units. Tonight should be a great night in the NBA. I love this matchups we got tonight.
That's right, indeed. All right, Jay, have a great evening. We'll catch you the NBA tonight. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. Jay Briggs here on the drive-through. All right, guys, you might have seen a lot of people sign in. If you missed any of our picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. We have some people looking around social media. People want to know about the McDonald wants to know about the Hurricanes against North Carolina tonight. Well, we have a capper capping that one, so hear what I have to think about that a little later here on the show. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. Brad Francis is up next. Catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. Also, during the UFC weeks, you can catch the UFC show with Mills and Brad on Thursdays, right after the drive-through on Thursday nights. So make sure you guys tune into that as well. We'll bring in Brad Francis right now. Catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. Put up good numbers as well. Brad, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, Tony? How we doing today?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight, 7:40 Eastern Time. Battle in New York here as the Knicks host the Nets. Knicks 2.5, total 220.
Yeah, and I'm rolling with the home team here. I'm rolling with the Knicks. The Nets, they've lost 3 of their last 4 games, and are one of the youngest teams in the NBA since losing Kyrie and KD. And this Nets team actually has beat this Knicks team 9 out of their last 10 meetings. So I think we see this narrative switch moving forward with these roster changes. And the Knicks, they've looked good in their last few games. They've won 4 of their last 6 games and covered 5 of their last 7 games against Eastern Conference opponents. We've seen Cam Thomas cool down a little bit. He was taken off. He actually burned me in a couple of games, but it's hard to keep up that pace, dropping 40 every night. So yeah, I'm loving the Knicks in this spot. You could just look at the starting lineups, and it's hard not to think the Knicks could pick up a win here on their home court. I thought this number of 2.5 was very short. So I'm loving the Knicks in this spot.
All right, we got Brad here on the Knicks here, laying the 2.5 here against the Nets. Of course, the Nets team that coming off a loss last time out here. where they got outscored here against Philly 16-4 to close the game in defeat. So when Philadelphia put the pedal to the metal, you saw what happened there. And of course, you said, yeah, I thought it was a pretty impressive win there here by New York, getting in there and getting the money here against a Jazz team that had just beaten the Raptors and have some shooters there on their team.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they look good in their last time out, going back home. So yeah, I think they're able to pick on this young Nets team.
All right, Nets team.
We'll see, though. I mean, like I said, the Nets have dominated this series, which is pretty crazy, but I think that changes.
Yeah, but of course, in the Nets, they're a road team. But again, yeah, that's a big loss for them. We're losing, a span of about 10, 14 days, losing both KD and Irene. Yeah. And you were about 10, 12 games over 500 and in position there, in a good seat there in the East. And look what happens here. Wow. Knicks lay the 2.5 against the Nets. This one will have a start time 7:40 Eastern time. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium for tonight's action. Of course, so we do have 11-game card from the NBA. We have some on the ice as well. College basketball with 3 marquee matchups in some of the minor conferences. 990 units of profit for Brad in the college basketball, all documented over at Pick Dodge Premium. Also showing great profit here. All sports combined for the year, 530 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yep, just sticking with college basketball tonight. I got my 3 best college basketball plays. Those are on pickdogs.com. Check those out. I was going to give this Knicks out as a premium, but I'm going to save this one for the drive-through, hook the people up. But I'm loving today's college basketball slate. Been staying steady and hot in college basketball, so I'm looking to start the week off, hoping for a sweep. So go and check that out.
That's right, get on board with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the numbers in college hoops, 990 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got his Moolah Monday basketball 3-pack up there right now over at Pick Dogs. So get on board with that. Credit guarantee must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Of course, with that 3-pack and the way Brad's running right now, you may consider that 1 month all sports pass. Get all of Brad's premium plays for a month. Includes all his NBA, college hoops, and NHL. Of course, college basketball. This will take you right to about March 12th, March 11th. So some conference tournament action there when you get Brad's 1 month all sports pass. So you get the remainder of college basketball regular season, all the minor tournaments, and of course some coverage here from the NCAA conference tournaments here from some of the major conferences. So pretty good value right there with that 1 month all sports pass. You can use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off when you use that. That's $60 off when you do the math on that 1 month all sports pass. You can access Brad's page. Click the link in the description where it says All Cappers. Click it. You'll find Brad and go ahead and get signed up for his 1 month all sports pass. Get 1 month of all sports that Brad handicaps here in NBA, NHL. Of course, the college basketball has been on fire. This will take you to the start of the conference tournaments. All right, Brad, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening. Is there a UFC card coming up this weekend?
Yep, there is a UFC card. Not as excited as the last weekends, but we'll be putting out a show this Thursday after the drive-through.
That's right. So check it out, guys, with Brad and Mills, and of course, make sure you subscribe and set those notifications. So when Brad and Mills are on, you're on there with them. Get the plays in real time before these lines move, and that's important. All right, Brad, have a great night. We'll catch up with you on Friday.
All right, thank you, Tony. Good luck tonight.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the drive-thru. All right, guys, we'll continue on. If you miss any picks, we'll recap at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It's time to welcome in Jawan Burtz. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Premium. Completed a fantastic NFL season for 2022-2023 again. So let's bring him in right now. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Premium. You can catch his parlay video of the day as well here on the channel as well. So we'll bring him in right now. Jawan Burtz. Think we're ready to roll here. Here we go, Jawan. Jawan, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? How are you?
That's right, doing great. All right, here we go. ESPN tonight has Texas Tech at home to Texas. The Longhorns favor on the road, total 145.
Yeah, and I'm on the Red Raiders in this one. Now, this team kind of disappointing season, 13-12. 3-7 in their last 10 straight up, 5-5 against the spread in that span. But a couple things. Their last 5 games they have shown positive results, 3-2 straight up, and at home they're 10-4. So they're hard to beat at home, even with all this struggling they've been doing, in the conference portion of their schedule. They did beat K-State last game, and against Texas, they're nails. They cover against them, and sometimes they win. So if you know 5-1 in their last 6 meetings against Texas, against the spread. So I just think that in this one, these are their rivals. This is the team that they want to be. You know what I mean? So they're gonna put their best foot forward, and try to string together a second win. To try to salvage the season.
There you go. We got Javon. You got Javon here on Texas Tech here, +4 against Texas. It's been a rough conference. It's been a rough conference year here for this Red Raiders team. But remember, Longhorns went through some crisis of their own. Losing their coach, and again, some of it will show up here on the road, where the Longhorns have not shot the three ball well at all. Just 28% on the road here from three, and of course the Red Raiders. A team that's playing a little bit of desperation, as you know. But again, you always fall on the fact that maybe if you get in form right now, maybe you can have this deep run in the tournaments. Hey, we saw even Georgetown do it one year, right? You just never know, right? You just never know if you get yourself in the right form, and play well like you did in the non-conference. Who knows?
Look, I mean, listen, if they could get this win, which I think they have a good chance at doing, and I think I'm gonna go back to the window and take this on the money line myself. But they played earlier in Austin, and it was a 2-point game. That's first off, and if they could get through this Texas team, they got West Virginia coming up. That could be a win. That's West Virginia, man. I mean, the thing about West Virginia is they have talent, but it just seems like they can't put it together. That's one thing. Then they got Oklahoma. Then they got TCU. Those are 3 winnable games for them. Even though they're not doing good in the Big 12, so it's just one of them things where if they can catch fire, they'll be in contention.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's exactly what I'm thinking about, because they've had some just issues here. But again, you get catch fire. Let's see what rolls here. Go in the conference tournament with some momentum, because some of these teams in the Big 12, you're already looking. They're already penciling teams in, as they should, right? And of course, a lot of these teams want to really rest up for the NCAA tournament, and who knows if you're in the play, and who knows if you're in that first 4 nonsense, and you may have a quick turnaround after those tournaments. So we'll see how that rolls. Texas Tech +4 against Texas. This one to have a start time 9 p.m. Eastern time over on ESPN. All right, Javon, let's go over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, we do have 11 games here on the NBA board right now. Lots of college hoops as well on the board. Javon finishing a very successful NFL campaign with 2,126 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dog Supreme. All sports combined right now for 2023, 1,798 units of profits, showing great profit here the last 30 days, last 7 days, yesterday as well. We got what do you have going on over at Pick Dog Supreme?
Yeah, it's Monday, so you know what that means. Time to make money with my Money Bag Monday NBA 3-pack. I usually don't put out 3-packs for the NBA. I usually just try to, sprinkle it in with one game or a couple games. But I like this slate, a lot. So, got a 3-pack for me. No college basketball in this one, as far as premium plays. But you could check out my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, my yearly. You've been rocking with me. You've been making money, when it's all said and done. So it is what it is on that. Also, you could match me on one of the other handicaps for the 2-for-1 capital promotional. There's that. And it's been a hell of a run, for me. Just trying to, we're focusing on basketball solely right now. So baseball coming up in late March. So that's right around the corner. So looking to put my best foot forward on that. But before that, we got the conference championship games going into March, and then March Madness itself. So it's a lot of action to be had. On the sports end of things. NBA going into the All-Star break, they take a little break, and then they go down that the last 30 20-something games, that little sprint before the playoffs. So it's a lot of action to be had over on this side. A sports chat place to Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Get on board here with the Javon Burtz over at Pick Dogs. You see the great results here. 1,798 units of profit for 2023. All document over at Pick Dogs. Javon's Moneybag Monday NBA 3-pack on the board right now. Winning continues with Javon. 3 big NBA plays up there on the board for you right now. So you can do that. Or, of course, we're getting into a pretty good week here of college hoops and NBA. So why not get 7-day all sports pass here from Javon. Get all Javon's premium plays here for 7 days, including all his NBA and college basketball here for 7 days. The promo code PICK at checkout will save you 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. That's even greater value there. All right, Javon, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again at the end of the week, but we can catch that parlay video of the day from you every day here on the Pick Dogs channel.
Yeah, and I'm about to work on that as soon as I get off the show. Put that one in the bucket so it could get ready to get loaded up on YouTube.
That's right, guys. Check them out there on the channel. All right, Javon, keep up the great work. We'll catch up with you again later in the week.
Absolutely. See you next week or see you on Friday. Have a great night. All that good stuff.
All that good stuff. Javon Burt's here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on, guys. If you miss any pick, we'll recap all the plays here at the end of the show. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Next up here, we're going to bring in David Racy. You can catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He writes for the site for some time, I believe, and of course making his debut here on the drive-thru, and of course on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel, because I don't think he's had an appearance before on this channel. We'll bring him in right now. David, welcome to the drive-thru.
Thank you, Tony. Thanks for having me.
Great. Before we get on the game here, a little bit about your background. I know you write for Pick Dogs, and where are you located in the country?
I live in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Okay, Big Ten country there. Big Al likes Michigan. I think Big Al wasn't from that area of the country, but boy, I don't know if you want to let Mitch know about Michigan too much, man. You probably heard Mitch rattle off on Harbaugh and this Michigan team, right?
Yeah, and it's funny. I actually went to Michigan State, but I'm a huge Michigan fan. I'm a huge Michigan fan, though, so it's you don't run into that very often. So it strikes up conversation for sure.
Oh boy, certainly does. Ann Arbor, David Racy here on the drive-thru. Catch his written work over on the site. But tonight we've got him on the drive-thru. He's making appearances here on Monday with us, and we go right here on ESPN tonight. I know some people in the chat room were asking about this game. North Carolina here hosting Miami. We saw this line move up. We saw 4 overnights, 4.5, now up to 5.5, now a total 156.
Yeah, Tony, the line has moved a little bit. It should be a great game. 2 very good teams. I'm rolling with Miami in this one. Even though they are on the road, they are playing better right now. When you look at it, Miami comes in on a 4-game winning streak. They're averaging 86 points per game in those 4 wins. Their defense hasn't been great, but their offense has been rolling. And they have not lost by more than 4 points on the road in their last 5 road games. And then when you also look at Miami, they're a great shooting team. They shoot 48.4% from the field. That'll help on the road, obviously, tougher to shoot. North Carolina, they are 1-3 in their last 4 games. They've struggled recently. They did beat Clemson by 20 at home in their last game, but I don't think very highly of Clemson. I know they have a decent record. Don't love them too much, so got to take that win with a grain of salt. But prior to that, they gave up 92 points to Wake Forest. They lost that close game at Duke, and then they lost a home game to Pitt. So really kind of struggling. The one thing North Carolina does well is rebound the ball, so they are going to have the rebounding advantage in this one because they don't shoot very well. They only shoot 44% from the field. They don't shoot free throws particularly well. They only shoot 31% on three-pointers. So really, I like Miami in this game, better shooting team, and I don't think North Carolina's rebounding advantage is enough to overcome Miami's strength. When you also look at the trends, Miami is 21-6 against the spread in their last 27 road games, and they're 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games. North Carolina 1-4 against the spread in their last 5, and they struggle against the spread against good teams. They're only 2-8 in their last 10 games against a team with a winning percentage above 600. So I like Miami here.
All right, David says go ahead with Miami plus the 5.5 here. You guys are I'm with you here on this one. Miami's good shooting form travels 47% on the road. That's something I look at, especially in college hoops. It's hard to shoot that good on the road anywhere, especially when you're in the ACC. And current form right now, you're seeing Hurricane over the past 5 about 51% shooting. The Tar Heels a slump here at 41%. I'm trying to figure out this line move there. I didn't see any injury news on this game because I have a live line service. Nothing popped up for me at least here injury-wise to explain it. But one thing I've been noticing watching TV this afternoon, morning, and everybody keeps saying, well, look who the The last one in it's Wisconsin and North Carolina. So maybe there's some worked up, some talk by these folks on TV impacting the number here, because it's a so-called must-win because they're very much a bubble team.
Right. Yeah. And honestly, those must-win situations I don't love. I almost like going against that. Just seems the teams push too hard, they make mistakes, and other teams can capitalize. But yeah, I don't understand the line movement either. I know Baycott is a beast for North Carolina down low. Miami will have their hands full with him. But I do expect a good game. I think it'll be high scoring, but I like Miami with the points.
Yeah, and I just saw the sharpest book in the world at 6 right now. So that's a big. I mean, that's crazy. Again, I can't think a sharp would fall into that must-win situation. I don't get it at all. But anyway, I'm with you there. Miami plus 5.5 here against North Carolina. This one to have a start time here, 7 p.m. Eastern time, over on ESPN. Some injury updates here. Embiid now upgraded to probable tonight against Houston. All right, David, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. You've seen David at the top of the 7-day leaderboard over at Pick Dogs. Now he's on the show. No, that's no coincidence. He was scheduled to be on here sometime. It just so happens that he's top of the leaderboard when he makes his appearance here on the drive-through. 1,362 units of private last 7 days. We got NBA hockey on the board as well. College hoops. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, it's been a good last week for me, that's for sure. So we're going to hopefully start off Monday, start the new week strong. I got a 3-pack in college basketball, a 3-pack in the NHL, and a 3-pack in the NBA. So looking to win all those, obviously. You can head on over to Pick Dogs or Sports Chat Place to grab those. But it's a small college basketball card, but I do like 3 games, one of them being a mid-major. Sometimes I like to think I can find some value in those mid-major games. So head on over to Pick Dogs Sports Chat Place and check it out.
So I get up over with David Racy at Pick Dogs Premium. See the numbers here: 1,360 units of profit last 7 days. That's all documented. Go to David's Handicapper page, scroll down to pick history. You can see all the plays are documented right there on the board. So get on board. David has a college basketball 3-pack up there, affordably priced at $39. Credit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back into your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Also in action with an NHL 3-pack on the board as well. NBA 3-pack. So again, we got David here locked and loaded here with 3-packs from NBA, college hoops, NHL. But instead of buying all these plays individually, you may consider the 7-day all sports pass. Get all of David's premium plays here for 7 days. That's all his NBA, college hoops, NHL for that 7-day period. You could use a promo code PICK at checkout and you'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, David, it's great having you on the show. Great work here. No signs of nerves, no flubs. Everything went great. It was a really good appearance here on the show, and hope you continue with that success. And I don't know what happened to my 2-cam here. Wait a minute, I did something. I know what I did. Oh, that was my issue there. All right, David, continue with that great success. I'll catch up with you again next week.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
You got it. David Racy here on the drive to. We'll continue our coverage here, guys. If you miss any pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. Al Ninos will help us out with that. And we'll also give you a little bit of an injury rundown at the end of the show with Al Ninos as well. Let's continue on the show here. Speaking of Al Ninos, he's up next. He wanted to close out the show tonight, so let's bring him in right now. I think he wanted to get another hand in before we got him up from the poker room, but let's bring Al Ninos in right now. You catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Catch his three-legged parlay prop video of the day with him and Wayne Scott here on the channel. We'll bring him in right now. Al Ninos. Al, what's happening?
Yeah, I actually decided to skip my big blind a couple of hands ago. I've been chilling out here. It's a little cooler than it looks out here, but yeah, not too bad.
Now, don't hit a cooler, whatever you do in there. Be careful. Don't hit a cooler.
No, not that kind of cooler. No,
I know. All right, Al Ninos from Florida. Always goes that nice sunshine, palm trees weather. Apologies to everybody up in the north, and up in Canada, and wherever you are, where it's freezing. Al Ninos here on the show. All right, Al Ninos, here we go tonight. We just got the news. Embiid probably likely to play, but it will impact the point spread. 76ers here hosting the Rockets. Sixers laying 13, total 226.5.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not too sure. I saw the line go off the board for a minute there right before hopping on. I'm not too sure what it's adjusted to, but I'm assuming we're getting a slightly better number here. Unless they already had Embiid going from the start. I mean, it's a pretty
14 now. 14 now.
14. Do you see the first half line?
Yeah, that's the one we got to check the first half. Let me see. Keep going. I'll look it up.
I'm guessing it's around 8. So It was 7.5.
Eight and a half. 8.5.
8.5. That is beautiful. Yes, and so a little hint on where we're going there. But if you do like the Sixers, I like them to come out strong. I do like them to cover. Maybe that first quarter might be even tougher. And I was going to suggest if you like the Sixers to look at them the first quarter. That number might be a little too big for my liking now, actually. So I can't really recommend that. But where I like the Rockets here is in the first half, where I guess in the second quarter I'm expecting the starters to sit a bit for the Sixers, and hoping that the Rockets can make a little run and keep this one a little competitive headed into halftime. And as far as the full game's concerned, I would lean towards the points. That's a lot of points for me to be laying, although the 76ers should win this one rather easily. I'm still not in a rush to lay those 14 points, and you never know whether they come back at the end there or not. It's a pretty tough call. Again, I would lean towards taking the points, but I like them a lot better in the first half, especially at 8.5 now.
All right, now Nino's here on the first half. We can now confirm that Embiid in the lineup now, so upgrade from probable to confirmed in the lineup tonight. Porter out for Houston, Dedmon and Korkmaz out here for Philadelphia. So you're going here with the Rockets first half. Of course, this is a Rockets team that we know what their issues have been, right? It's been struggling. Sometimes they don't get enough points if you're trying to play them in over games. They have issues there offensively, no doubt. Of course, to the Sixers too, some issues there defensively here over at home here over their past 6 at home. Their net rating here is 25th defensively, giving up 118 points per 100 possessions when you look at their last 6 at home. So a little bit of issues there. Just about a net rate of even, scoring 118, giving up 118 are these Sixers over the past 6 at home.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I know this is obviously a big mismatch. Definitely, as the numbers will say, it's the second biggest. Probably the numbers getting close to that other Cavs-Spurs matchup. But as far as dogs are concerned, as bad as the Rockets have been, yes, they're definitely bottom tier team here. But again, it's just the number is just a bit too big for me here. So I don't expect this to be pretty. I don't expect this to be a pretty game at all. I expect the Sixers to come out strong, as I said, and maybe even close it out strong. But I think we get a pretty good number at the half here. And I even like it a lot better now at the 8.5, actually. So I really like this play a lot.
All right, now Nino's here on the Rockets first half plus 8.5 against the 76ers. This one will have a start time here, top of the hour. All right, Al Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium for tonight's action. Of course, we do have NBA 11-game card here from the NBA. We got about 5 here on the board from the NHL, college hoops as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
I got a 3-pack in the NBA, then my best bet in the NHL, a couple extra plays in the NBA for everyone on the long-term passes.
All right, guys, got aboard here with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. Featured play right now is this NBA 3-pointer, a 3-pack here from the NBA. Affordably priced at $39. That is credit guarantee. Must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. His $15 premium is up there. An Monday NBA Monday Alley Oop from the NBA. So get on board with that on that $15 premium. A lot of individual plays up here as well. NHL Power Play up there, a single from El Ninos. But instead of buying these plays all individually, you can consider the 7-day All Sports Pass. All of El Ninos' premium plays for 7 days. That's all his NBA, college hoops, and NHL for 7 days. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, El Ninos, as always, great having you show. We'll talk with you a little bit later here on the recap, but we can catch your video series, you and Wayne Scott, with that 3-legged prop parlay video.
Yeah, that's right. Make sure you go check that out after you're done watching the show. We got 3 props in the NBA for you tonight. So, yeah, make sure you smash the like button over here and then go smash it over there when you're done watching this show.
That's right. Hit the like here, hit the like over there. All right, Al, keep tight. We'll talk with you in a little bit.
All right, see you in a minute, Tom.
You got El Ninos here on the drive-thru. Guys, reminder, if you missed a pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. El Ninos will help us out with it. We'll also do some injury looks news before we leave you as well, give you updates on who's in, who's out. Let's continue on here. Let's get to my pick. We're going Mavericks and T-Wolves tonight. 6.5 is the line, total 232. I'll be looking at the total here. I'm going over here, 232.5 here, T-Wolves and Magic. We're still trying to figure out the profile of this Mavericks team now that Kyrie Irving's in the lab. All I can pretty much figure here is you're going to see offense. So I don't think you're going to, I think you're just pretty much going to, that was the need, right? Their need is offense. Their need was shooting. That's why they made this move, is because they have not shot the ball well. And, of course, we can tell you that Towns is out of this one. Gobert, the overnight was probable. Let's take a look here at Gobert to see if his status is still questionable. So we're still questionable with Gobert, Anderson, Bertans, Hardaway, Kleber out here for this Dallas Mavericks team. And, of course, Doncic returned from injury in that Sacramento game. 27 points, 9 rebounds. Irving, 28. He's been playing well there with 28 assists. Really tough to look at some of the numbers here for the Mavericks. They're going to be a completely different profile, completely different team with Kyrie Irving in there. But when you look here at the Mavericks, they are trending over. They went over their past two, and they did go over when they had Kyrie and Doncic in the lineup together here. So that's something to keep an eye on. Also, too, the concern here for Minnesota has been their road performance here. They're shooting the ball very well, by the way, on the road. About 50% from the floor, 40% from three over their past 6 on the road. But the defense has been poor. 21st in defensive rating here. Give up 119 points per 100 possessions. So with that bad defense and good shooting here by Minnesota, they're going to face a Mavericks team who I think will definitely be upgraded on the offensive end. And you're in front of the home crowd tonight. You know, Kyrie's going to make his home debut here. Doncic in the lineup. I think it's going to be a lot of emotion, and I think you're going to see them focus on the scoring because it's been the issue here with Dallas. They're just not getting enough points. This is a fast-paced, high-scoring league right now. You better get caught up with the rest of the league scoring-wise. So I think you're going to see a different profile here, more offensive profile here from this Mavericks team with Kyrie Irving in the lineup. So we're going over the total here. Of course, Minnesota with that profile you like for over teams. Good shooting, good three-point shooting over the past 6 on the road, and terrible defense. All right, so that's what we're looking for here on that over. All right, guys over at Pick Dogs Premium. I have 5 premium plays on the board tonight. I got my $15 premium pick from College Hoops up there right now on the board. A best bet from the NBA as well as a 3-pack mixed sports, NBA and College Hoops. So 5 premium plays on the board for me tonight over at Pick Dogs. You can always use that promo code pick at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. So catch me there on Pick Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on here on the drive. So it's time to recap the plays. Al Nino standing by. Here we go. Brian led us off here. You like the Thunder, laid the 2.5 against the Pelicans. Jay was on the Hawks, laid the 5.5 against the Hornets. Brad liked the Knicks, laid the 2.5 against the Nets. Javon, Texas Tech here, +4 here against Texas. We had David here on Miami, +5.5 against North Carolina. We also had Al Nino's Rockets the first half, +8.5 against the Sixers. I'll be on T-Wolves Mavericks over 232.5. All right, Al Nino's, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Yeah, no college basketball for me on the premium side, but if I did have one, it would have been Miami. So I'm going to go with David with a very impressive debut, by the way, and his Miami Hurricanes here, +5.5.
Yeah, David, pretty much on point there. Really good breakdown in that game. Yeah, I agree there with that one. I'm gonna look here at which game was that? That's the one really that caught my attention. It was that Miami play. I think we gave up I cut my cards there too as well. Miami now +5.5 here against North Carolina, the team that I guess if you're watching the previews on ESPN, on CBS, and all these networks, they're bringing in all their college. This is the time we're going to start seeing all these college basketball. What do you call it? The bracket guys. All the bracket guys are going to get a lot of airtime right now. So today was the day when all the bracket guys were on TV telling you how North Carolina is on the bubble and they got to win every game now. So that's pretty much what I think the situation there. You see,
tough one tonight for them.
Tough one tonight. And like I said, you can still win, but you got to win by 6 to cover. I don't know. I don't like that. Especially for a North Carolina team, hitting 40% over the last 5 games in conference. And Miami shooting the ball well right now. They're not fearful on the road. We've seen them play well on the road this year. So that's the play. We all agree there. That'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Plays. Still get out their plays live for you here in the prime time. And, of course, you guys want to make sure you like, subscribe, and set notifications. Be live with us. Get the games in real time. Get the best numbers. Get all the injury information you want. And, of course, we did promise you the injury news, so let's go ahead and refresh. Let's go around the league on this 11-game card. We got El Nino's here with us. As we've got a little bit of time here. So we'll take a look at some of these games. A laundry list here with the Spurs and Cleveland team. We can now confirm Birch, Jones, Langford, McDermott, and Vassell out for the Spurs. Green out here for Cleveland. Utah, Indiana. Potter and Westbrook out. It'll be Miles Turner out for Indiana. Halliburton is in. Halliburton in here for Indiana. And Indiana now 1.5 favorite here based on the news. Houston and Philadelphia. Porter out for Houston. Dedmon and Korkmaz out, as we confirmed earlier. Milton in, as well as Embiid. Right, Milton was also on the injury report overnight, but he is in the lineup tonight. Hawks and the Hornets, we can now confirm Collins out for Atlanta. Kai Jones, Martin, and Oubre out for Charlotte. Denver, here we go. Denver and Miami, we can now confirm Gillespie, Gordon, Murray, and Nnaji out here for Denver. So the big ones here, no Gordon, no Murray for Denver. On the Miami side, here's a big one here. Harrell out. He was questionable, probable going in tonight. He's out now. Also out, Jovic, Lowry, Oladipo, Robinson, you're 7. So Duncan Robinson out, Oladipo, Lowry out, Harrell out for Miami. So this game is filled with injuries, Miami and Denver tonight. All right, we'll look here at Nets and the Knicks. Seth Curry out for the Nets. He's kind of a guy who can bring offense. Robinson out here for the New York Knicks. So out for the Knicks here is Robinson, Mitchell Robinson, and Seth Curry for Brooklyn. Orlando and Chicago, we can now confirm Cole Anthony out. He was not on the list earlier this afternoon. Anthony and Hampton out. On Chicago, we got Ball, Green out. Caruso still questionable. In the Pelicans and Thunder, still questionable is McCollum. Out is Daniels, Liddell, and Williamson. On the Thunder side, Pokusevski out. And Morey out here for OKC. Minnesota and Dallas. Towns out. Still Gobert, Anderson questionable. On the Dallas side, Bertans, Hardaway, Cleaver out. Washington, Golden State. Here's the news here. Kuzma is now out. Kuzma out for the Wizards. We've seen the Warriors line go up to -4. Curry, Iguodala, Payton out here for the Warriors. Lakers and the Portland Trailblazers. Here's a big one. LeBron James out tonight. James out after that Super Bowl. You know, maybe a little too more Super Bowl for him. So LeBron James out. And, of course, Bamba out as well. Davis in. So LeBron James will sit again in a big game against the Trailblazers. The team that's ahead of the Lakers. Lakers a 13 seed right now. Big news here. Portland now has moved up to a 2-point favorite. Total 238.5. Also, on the Portland side, we can now say that Winslow, Nurkic, Grant, Baji out. Johnson and Watford questionable for Portland. So there is your injury news. Some big names on there. Davis is probable. The big one there is LeBron James out tonight. Kuzma out for Washington. Cole Anthony out for Orlando. Some big names here out here for these games. But James El Nino's got to be a Laker fan. You got to be disappointed having to watch him here on the Super Bowl last night, and pretty much in a game you really got to have against Portland.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he go into that record-breaking game saying he didn't care about the record and just wanted to win?
Yeah, but I think so. Yeah,
to take a week off after breaking the record and saying that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, I hope he gets well soon.
Yeah, let's hope he gets well.
His vacation.
That's right. Let's hope he gets well soon. We hope that he gets better. But for Laker fans out there, it's disturbing because you're kind of running out of time. Remember, the All-Star break is not the halfway point of the season. Just to let you know, we're about 26 games away from the end of the regular season. So these are games you got to have. And really, getting the playoffs as a 9th or 10th seed is terrible. You want to get to the 6th seed. You know, you have a shot to the 6th seed. The teams are bunched up, and you're just going to give away games. That's bad news. All right, that's going to do it, guys, here for this edition here of the Drive-Thru. Make sure you tune again tomorrow here live at 6 Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers in from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place, and they'll go with their plays here in the primetime hour. Don't forget all of the great shows here over on the channel. El Nino's parlay, his prop parlay video of the day here. He's got Tim and Wayne on the show. Also, the Puck Dogs with Chris and Rod as well. We also have the Ron Romanelli's bank shot breakdown from College Hoops. His college basketball picks. That's Ron Romanelli. Of course, we got Jay's Jam Session. Every game on the board, NBA with a pick from Jay as well. Javon's parlay video. So lots of, and of course, don't forget Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes, as well as his Betting Tools show and the morning show every day, 10 a.m. each time here on the channel. And of course, don't forget on Thursday it's the MMA show with Brad, and we've got as well Mills. So lots of happening here on the Pick Dog channel. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with us to get the best numbers and to contribute in the chat room with lots and lots of content. All right, that's going to do it for the night show, guys. Let's go and bring in our crew for tonight. Wait, goodbye to guys. You guys have a great evening. We'll talk with you again here tomorrow here on the Drive-Thru. All right, I've got some funkiness going on here on my channel here, guys. I can't sign it off. Maybe I can stop the stream. Let me see here.
Oh,
Hang on. We're still live, but anyway, good night to everybody. For some reason, my stream did not close. I must have a software update coming on, so I'm just going to do a hard close and reset the computer. So let's roll. Let's see here. I'm going to reset the computer, guys, because it did not sign off.